Yeah, we do have WhatsApp group classes. They are available on the Paperbin website. That link is in the bio. Guys on Zoom, are you able to hear me?
Name is never recorded with the county. The house is still listed under the previous owners, Drew and Lydia Jackson. Well, maybe it was just a file.
Yes.
Or maybe it was filed in the wrong house by accident. I'm going to reach out to the recorder's office tomorrow.
It's probably best you guys go on Zoom to see what exactly are we doing tonight.
I'll talk to Savannah about
How long will Cape confirm their proposed plan? I mean, we have to wait until we find out certain information, to be honest. We can't just continue to speculate. Only, spread misinformation and rumors, and that's what, most persons are trying to avoid. Right. Yeah, persons are hearing me on Zoom. We'll probably just take a look at some oral questions just to start off, because that's what persons have been asking about. Although the format was proposed to be changed, we might just we might take a look at multiple choice. But the issue we're having regarding multiple choice right now, as I'm trying to teach my students, is that the multiple choice, it's with Spanish, it's like it also has listening. But let me just bring up a share screen right now so persons can see exactly what so share screen. All right, so can everyone in the Zoom see what's on my screen right now?
Yeah.
All right. So for this one is actually the 2015 past paper. This is actually an oral, right? So what we're gonna try to take a look at right now is just how you can answer the oral questions. So for question 1, part 8, question 1, it asks, your next door neighbor is playing music loudly and the noise is disturbing you. What do you request of him? I see Crystal is back. Do we have any suggestions? I also take this suggestion can also be through Instagram as well. If you have an answer to what I'm saying, you can always request to go live. I'll add you to the live and you can share your answer with everybody else. Also accepting them through Zoom, as this is really the primary source that we're doing our class to. What was that? Right now, Zoom gives us a limit of 40 minutes, so we'd have to work through that 40 minutes. But if you're not on the Zoom, we will be publishing the video live on YouTube, our YouTube channel, so persons can watch it at their convenience. So do we have any suggestions for this one? Or if not, if not, we can actually move to a different topic. Do we have any suggestions? Okay. You should. Other person, right? You guys can.
PPE, the single most important thing is to build a supply chain.
Everybody's
It
sad.
needs to be organized,
Here on
not just in this country, but the entire world is going through this pandemic. So that there's a regular supply of equipment to our frontline
We're
workers.
still at number one, right?
We need to be able to deploy them at scale and in good health. So that supply chain is absolutely vital. So in your view, it's not too late to try to that because we've heard it from the
Hello?
Número uno, sí.
plan.
Can you hear me?
Still come in, and perhaps the dispensing of
Hello?
could be coordinated from the White House. Yeah, well, look, I'm thinking about this in terms of the entire world. This is a global pandemic, so there are also other countries competing for the same goods on the market.
Carrie,
To be able to deploy the resources where they're needed, but also to track the virus. Because we're trying to control it all over the planet.
this one,
You can hear me?
yes, I can hear you, Krista. Go ahead.
System
Yes, what could I say?
supply chain.
Apaga.
And through workers didn't need to worry about that. Is one of the single most important things we can do. Dr. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is hoping to stop coronavirus from spreading by stopping American travelers entering that state. Would you recommend a measure like this?
We can come back to this one later because I'm giving
slow the COVID spread?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Crystal.
Bebé, apaga la música, por favor.
Testing, as we all know, has been in really short supply and has been slow. In the coming weeks, as our testing capacity and our speed begins to grow, we need to see us be able to open. Right now, very appropriately, we are prioritizing testing for those who are the sickest and those who have both symptoms and exposure. But as we get more testing, we need to, I would like to see us test more people who have either symptoms or high-risk exposure. Also, I'd like to see a place where all the data comes together, all the public and the private data on the testing, our testing capacity, our testing results. I don't think that we can change anything we're doing with social distancing until we have evidence of what the virus is doing. And, lastly, with testing, what do with the test results like that? If someone's positive, they have to be quarantined, and you need to trace all their contacts.
All right, what we're going to take a look at, since persons are not really sure how to answer this question, we're going to just do the directed situations. So the first one is, your younger brother is going on a class outing. Write the note that your mother places in his lunch bag, warning him of 2 things not to do. So how would you answer that question? So feel free to unmute yourself and give a 1-sentence answer in Spanish. We're also taking the responses on Instagram as well, in case anybody has anything to contribute, okay? So in case you're not able to see the screen right now, the question is actually up on the screen. If anybody has a suggestion, feel free to go ahead.
Could I say no come de otra persona? Does that make sense? I don't know.
Trying to say don't eat from other persons?
Yeah.
All right. One second.
Can I say no tirar basura? No tirar basura.
Right, give me 1 second. I see somebody has a question on Instagram. Go ahead. Give me a second.
And hopefully you can the ventilation. And Dr. Lee, how do you see it?
It was generally similar to PPE. Same thing with PPE.
No, it's right
now.
Yes, the English B group is a bit active and it's really full. So depending on if persons leave, the thing is, persons normally leave and then persons normally join immediately. Right now, I'm not really sure if creating a different group is feasible because the tutors are really, they kind of have their hands full with the persons who are. Does anybody else have any other suggestions regarding part A?
Yes, sir.
Me, can I go ahead?
Sure.
No debes comer todas frutas y no hablar con
If somebody
extraños.
if somebody is in front of a fan, you can move because it's creating a lot.
Yeah, somebody's really.
So you can go again, please, with that suggestion about fruits.
No debes comer todas frutas y no debes hablar con extrañas.
That's good. No debes hablar con extraños. So that sentence is basically saying you should not speak with strangers. And I didn't get the first response again. What was that? What?
The first part I said, no debes comer todas frutas.
So you should not eat all the fruits. I mean, sure, that can work. Another thing what I want you guys to to take in note, right? You see, when you're that what you're giving right there is a command. So no debes comer todas las frutas. It's best you phrase a sentence in a command, right? Which would be no comes las frutas. Have you guys learned how to construct commands yet?
Yeah, when you have AR, if it's familiar, you use the ending A.
Don't
And
negative
like plural, it use EN.
don't negative commands use the present subjunctive?
What was that?
Don't negative commands use the present subjunctive?
Yes. So comer would be no comas. So try not to use deber. Deber is really when you're. I mean, persons. I'm not gonna say that they don't really use deber, but it really is in specific circumstances. But I really want to give everybody a chance to talk because, as you know, the Zoom is actually it's just 40 minutes long. So I heard a male voice was going to give a response.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
No debes viajar solo.
Okay, that's good. And a different one? Because it's the question is asking, right? A note advising him of two things. So no debes viajar solo would be good. What's a different one? Donna,
Sir,
that's it.
couldn't you use deberías?
No deberías.
Sí.
No deberías comer otras personas, right? You guys hearing me?
Yeah.
No deberías would really translate to you ought not to, or you put no comes de otras personas. Y no viaje solo, okay?
Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Sure.
Sir, you said debes, but couldn't it be debe because it's kind of familiar
No debe.
since it's the mother?
The familiar would be with the S at the end, remember?
As a negative. Yeah, use negative.
Okay, I get it. It's fine.
All right. Does anybody else have any other suggestions of what could it be?
Yeah, I have a suggestion.
Me
Sure.
too. You go first.
Thank you. Comportarse y bebes tu agua.
Comportarse. Remember, you're giving a command, right? So comportarse is actually the verb in its infinitive form. So the verb would need to be conjugated. So how would you conjugate that verb now in the negative command? But remember that giving a command doesn't have to be negative. It can also be a positive. Like, instead of saying you should not, you can also say IK, HAY space K QUE, because
Yeah.
IK means you should, or you must. But going back to your suggestion though, how would you conjugate the verb comportarse in that sentence?
Hold on.
It says what you should not do though.
What was that?
It says two things he should not do.
Two things you should not do. All right. So how would you conjugate that then? There's a lot of background noise. Let me just hold on. Maya? Do we have any more suggestions, guys, before we can move on to part B?
Sir, since as it's a reflexive verb, you'd have to, and you're talking about you conjugate it in the second person singular. So it'd be like, you'd say te with the verb conjugated.
Uh-huh.
I guess.
All right.
Okay, I have two though for A.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, mine are no tires basura.
No tires basura.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Don't listen. Don't listen. I think. Yeah. Don't listen.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are you trying to say?
Oh, don't listen.
Don't litter?
Yeah.
No tires basura. All right, how do you say to litter in Spanish?
Listen. Can say no hables extrañas.
It will be no hables con extraños. Why is it not giving me?
Or don't talk with strangers.
Yeah, it's not giving me the accent over the N. What's going on? Hold on. Oh, because the Zoom is not going to give me. No hables con extraños. What else can you say? What was the sentence again about behavior?
It was.
But, I mean, if you want to use a translation service, it's okay because you're not in exam. It's best to get
Yeah.
these out of the way right now. I mean, it's best to get the verbs out of the way right now because when you're in
Yeah.
exams,
Yeah.
you won't have them, trust me.
I think now it would be comportate.
So the verb is actually comportarse. All right? So if you're going to say do not behave, I don't remember your question really. It would be no te comportes. So no te comportes. But I don't, as I said, I don't remember what your sentence was. So I
I was
can't
trying to say behave and drink your water.
no te comportes mal. Y bebe. They say it's la agua, actually la agua, but you know, most persons say el agua, so I'm not going to confuse anybody right now. So, no te comportes mal y bebe su agua. Or, in this, the verb doesn't really have to be conjugated in a negative, but you can also say beba su agua.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so your family, this one I sent in the groups a couple times and nobody answered it. So let me just skip it. But all right, you know what? Let's just give it a chance because right now would actually be a good time to actually understand what the sentence is actually saying or asking of you. So your family has just returned from a stay at a hotel. Write a thank you note that you send in an email to the manager mentioning one thing you enjoyed about your stay. So how would you answer this question? So think about.
Hi, give us a try.
Go ahead, Kellis.
It's Kim. Hola, muchas gracias. Después mi estadía, especialmente la comida.
You're going in and out. What was that?
Hola, muchas gracias. Después mi estadía, especialmente la comida.
All right, remember that dirty situations require you to answer the sentence with only one sentence, right? So the hola, are you saying hola comma or hola full stop?
Hola, comma.
Hola, and then let me see if I can write it out if I can hear you clearly. Go again.
Hola, muchas gracias. Después mi estadía, especialmente la comida.
Okay. Are you trying to say I enjoyed myself the other day?
I enjoyed my stay.
All right. How do you say to enjoy?
Estadía.
How do you say to enjoy in Spanish?
Disfrutar, I guess.
Disfrutarse.
All right. So how would you say I enjoyed? Mexican.
Me disfruto.
Me disfrute.
Me disfruto.
If it's past tense, why wouldn't it be te?
Because you're talking about yourself.
Yeah, but it's past tense. Me
Oh, yeah.
disfrute.
Oh, Mr.
So-
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
Verizon really for us has been a partner for years, allows us to stay connected to our 80 plus locations across the country.
We use Verizon throughout our entire day. It's an integral part of how our practice runs. We need our project managers and our
Sorry for having to leave so many times, guys. All right. So I enjoyed. So to enjoy would be disfrutarse, right? I enjoyed. What would it be? May what?
Disfrute.
All right. If I heard you correctly, I think you said despertarse. All right. What does despertarse means?
Sorry, you're missing the S.
What was that?
You're missing the S.
I'm gonna put you by the earphone because I'm not hearing you guys clearly. So yes, I'm King on Instagram there. Yes, disfrutarse means to enjoy. So when you gave your answer just now, Kelly, you actually used the word despertarse.
No, I said disfrute.
Disfrute?
That's what I said.
All right. So then yes, your sentence would be correct. Especialmente la comida. Especially food. I think you did that question the first time I gave it, right? And you're looking through your answer, right? That was really quick.
Sir, I have a question.
Sure.
Would you deem divertirse as correct because you enjoy
What was that?
yourself? Would you think that divertirse would be correct?
As in, I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
All right. Think about what divertirse is this saying, right? Divertirse really means to have fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. So me divertí. Hold on, guys. Let me just respond to some messages real quick, okay?
So no one will notice. Call our toll-free number today to start your 30-day risk-free trial at your locally owned employer.
Also, guys, I'm not sure how often I'll be able to do a live stream, right? So what I'll do instead, whenever I get time, which is mostly like in the middle of the night, record these videos with suggestions and answers at the end of the comment. Okay, guys can ask questions in the group and I'll answer, okay? Because not for the past 2 weeks since I've been trying to expand the page into different subjects, I haven't really gotten enough time to pay attention in the groups because a lot of back and forth emails. So if anything, guys, I'm trying to give IT and Spanish more but just forgive me if you don't hear from me for some time, all right? So, me divertisi, y me disfruté especialmente la comida. So I had fun, and I especially enjoyed the food. What was that? Do we have any more suggestions though? Because we've only heard from one person. Anybody else?
Cuando mi familia y yo visitemos a el hotel, me gusta la cama mucho.
Visitemos. All right. What would be the correct conjugation for the verb visitar in the present tense?
Visite.
All right. So how would you say we visited in the in Spanish?
Is what is visiting?
Is it the same visitamos?
So see.
Could you repeat the question? Oh, sorry.
So how would you say we visited? So when my family and I visited the hotel last week, you said visitemos. What would be the correct conjugation of the verb?
Visitamos.
All right, good.
Visitimos.
It's conjugated the same way as the present tense, I guess.
That's correct. So cuando mi familia y yo visitamos el hotel la semana pasada, what was the second question? Your response?
Especially the bad
Me gusta la cama mucho.
You can say nos instead of me because you're talking about you and your family.
Are you guys seeing me on the Zoom?
What is karma?
Karma? You asking what is karma?
Yeah, what is karma?
Karma means bed. La cama.
I think she said me gusta. I'd rather she's saying nos gusta because, she's talking about herself and her family.
No, but the question said,
she like the bed, but overall, when she and her family visit, where she like a bed that she has.
Oh.
So how would you say me gusta? Well, how did you say I liked in the present tense?
Preterite.
Guste.
Come on. How would you say I liked in the present tense?
No,
Is it not guste?
No, E without any.
Gusto. Google Translate says gusto.
What says good?
Google Translate.
Google Translate?
Yeah.
Google Translate?
Sir.
He
learns when you have yourself with prejudice, you use with accent over it. So
remember, so this what's it called? Irregular or something? It's irregular.
Gustar is irregular.
Yeah, I guess.
Irregular. There's a prejudice too.
I'm not ready for this Spanish thing.
Who was that?
Sir, this question is stressing us. Next question.
Exactly, because I actually posed it a couple months. I think it was in January when we really just started the Jamaican group, and we asked that question, and most person didn't answer. All right, so
get a picture up on them something here. May I see a picture?
My picture?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I turned off my camera because I'm really sick right now. I'm blow my nose out. Nobody smell my nose. So, so remember the verb gustar. Gustar is only conjugated in the third person.
Mm-hmm.
So me gusta, te gusta, les gusta, and then the third person, both singular and the third person plural, right? That's how it is in the present tense. That's also how it is in the future tense. So would it be me guste? How would it be translated then? Third person.
Me gusta.
What?
What? I'm not understanding.
Explain that again. I don't understand.
It would be me guste. It would be me gusto. Remember? Because gustar is only translated in the third person, singular and plural in all the tenses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember that.
And try past tense.
Exactly.
Okay, wait, can you repeat that again? Because
Oh, it says me gusta. Okay.
I'm writing notes. Can you repeat that again, please?
Sure. So so verbs like gustar, I don't remember what they're called exactly. I think they're called transitive verbs. Are only translated in the third person singular and plural. All right.
Okay, thank
Excuse
you.
me, sir. What kind of verb is it?
I'm trying to remember. I think it's a transitive verbs. No. Not transitive. Sorry.
Conjugated what?
No, I'm trying to remember what type of verb it's called because they have special name for these verbs.
Well, my teacher told me regular. So.
No, man. No, man, it's not. Well, it is irregular, but there is a special type of name for it. The verb.
Okay.
I normally use Spanish. Let me see if I can.
Yeah.
I can look up. I can see if I can remember what type of verb it is exactly, and see if I can bring it up in the group. But what other verbs do you know are actually translated similarly to gustar?
Career.
Huh? So
I remember this, but I don't remember.
Like fascinar.
Good. So how do you say it fascinates me?
Me fascina.
Me fascina. Good. What other verbs are translated like gustar and fascina? There's one word that everybody.
Interesar.
Good. So how do you say?
I'm write that down.
Write it down. So how do you
Can you
say?
please repeat the verbs? Fascinar and?
Fascinar, interesar, gustar. All right, good.
No, I remember me
Wait,
get
fascinar.
Fascinar means to fascinate.
Interesar.
Interesar means to interest or to be interested.
Interested.
Okay. And gustar
means to like or to be pleasing to. See, now I only have 5 minutes left on the Zoom call. I need to hold on. Let me see if I can upgrade because this is really getting out of hand right now. I can't do these 40 minutes calls.
Just start over the call. My teacher, I'm always.
All right, one more second.
You determinedly put that down for me, please.
All your tabs open.
I might upgrade later on. When it's closer to CXC time, I might just upgrade because right now I don't.
You can send the past paper in the group, please.
You see, you guys don't read enough. Have you guys checked the group description? Everything is there, okay? All right.
So you're going to start over the Zoom thing?
Yes, I'll start over the Zoom. Which group are you guys in, by the way?
The WhatsApp.
Which one?
CSEC Spanish, Jamaica.
Anybody else?
I'm in study guide.
Study guide?
First, second one.
Okay.
I'm in Spanish too.
Spanish too? Anybody here from Trinidad? I'll just send the link to all of them then. How do you close this out? I never forget.
Man, me hungry. Can I just...
Don't it? Alright, so alright, your mother is going out, but the housekeeper has not yet arrived. Write the note that your mother leaves, telling the housekeeper where she has gone and when she will return.
You're going to use the future tense, right? You can.
I mean,
I'm
it really
going
depends
to...
on how you answer the question. Remember that.
Yeah. You could say I'm going.
Yes. Sorry.
They're like persons
voy a,
who haven't even said a word, you know? I'm going to
voy a
unmute them
comprar
now.
las frutas al mercado y voy a regresar a 6. I remember how to say time.
Alas.
Tiempo, I think.
So you're saying that I've gone to buy fruits.
I'm going to buy fruits at the market, and I'm going to return at 7.
All right. So how did
or
you start the
6.
sentence again?
Yo voy a comprar las frutas al mercado.
So yo voy a comprar is I am going to buy, right? You're thinking in patois, right?
Really?
Yes, you are. I mean,
Can
it's
go back
common.
and question, please.
Oh, sorry, I took it off. I didn't realize. Sorry.
Thank you.
I'm going to buy
You're
fruits.
thinking.
I can't
You're
believe
thinking like
it.
Jamaican. I'm going to buy fruits. Remember that it has already happened.
Huh?
Remember?
The person will reach it. So like, I write it and I tell her, I'm going to buy fruits. Oh yeah, I
She's
get what you're
already...
saying. My apologies. My apologies.
All right, so the call is gonna end now, guys. I'll just make a different one. Just think of your response, and I'll send another link. Okay?
I went. Yeah.
Because we're foolish as I'm talking.
I went to buy fruits and I'm going to return. Whatever.
So I went to buy fruits.
Yeah.
And I'm going to.
Sure.
So how would you say I went or I left?
Well.
The call is gonna end, guys. I'll send the link again. Okay?
Bye.
Hasta luego.
Hasta 5 minutos. Let me just make it end automatically. I can't go through all the, the process.
Okay, well, in the meantime, can I say my answer?
It says less than a minute, so you can talk.
Okay. Okay.
What a shame if it ends on you. Guys,
Right? I'm not doing that.
I'll just end the meeting. And I'll just send a different one, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, why don't you use the same link?
Hey, can I use the same link?
Yeah.
Really? Yo no sabía. Te lo juro. Pero dame un segundito, ¿ok?
Okay.
Why this not
Wait
in?
for it.